Now this right here is a vibe. It would be nice if there were actual running channels, though. We're kind of on our own. Welcome back, everyone, to the CDDA Louisville Challenge. And finally, we get to have our big break. Which means I'm going to be grinding up skills and doing some stuff all around the house. With the first thing being washing our character off. We are absolutely disgusting, and I have not taken a bath in over 13 days, stabbing zombies and getting all of that gunk all over me. Now, I won't be using the sink water, but the cool thing about this place is that we have a pond right down there that I can use. And I scratched myself by walking right into a tree. Come on, man. Okay, that's fine. I guess that's another bandage for our body. Oh, yippee. Well, we can still wash our character off, which is gonna be nice. I don't recommend doing this in real life because this would make you extremely cold, but we are also not too far away from our house. Okay, let's go wash everything off and then we'll continue with probably some reading. There we are. We are now a clean man with the snow washing away as well. Let's go grab something to eat and read a book. I don't know which book yet, but we're gonna be reading for the rest of the day. We have Carpentry volumes. We also have a little bit of exposure, survival, and woodcraft for fishing and carpentry, so I might save that. I guess we could just get started with finishing up the Electrician Volume 1 so far. Yeah, I think that'll be a good spot for it. And while we're at it, we can help ourselves to some canned food. Actually, you know what? By canned food, I mean another full bottle of bourbon. It gets the same job done. With the added benefit of painkilling and inebriation. We're not going outside today, so why do I care? Okay, let's go pump out the rest of this book right now. Ooh, also Carpentry Volume 1. That'll be a fun one to do as well. And do I hear a zombie? Oh, there is. Oh, come on! I can't have a break in this house! That's my frickin' window, dude! Okay, whatever, man. Gosh diggity dang it, there's glass all over the floor. This is supposed to be my day off. Alright, whatever, we'll just shut the curtains and forget about it. Awesome. That is the entirety of Electrician Volume 1. Read. Up next is going to be Carpentry, but it is 11 p.m., so we're going to go get some sleep now. Oh, and while I'm at it, how about we go help ourselves do a nice TV dinner, since we can prepare food now. Hell yeah. Also throw in those empty tin cans and some glass. I don't really care too much about that. There we are. There. Oh, I burnt it. Okay. I can't have anything in this household. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll see y'all in the morning. Hey there, it's a new day. We kinda overslept because of our bad sleeping time, but that is fine in my opinion. It's a new day, and judging from the window accident, I think our next goal is going to be defending and preparing enough planks to barricade every single window in this household. But before we go do that, I want to dismantle any technological piece that I have inside this house so I can build up the skills to maintain the generator and hotwire. That's the word for it. We got 19 digital watches from the zombies we've killed, so it should be pretty easy to level up. Oh yeah, look at that climb. It's probably not gonna be enough yet, but we're getting there. Now that we got that done, we need to get some raw materials to barricade with, which means bringing out the old Axaroonie. Bare minimum, I would want at least 3 planks per window. How's our generator looking as well? 72% fuel? Yeah, we're doing fantastic. Okay, cool. So it looks like there's gonna be 1 log per window then. Awesome. That should be more than enough. Let's go place them now. We'll actually drop 2 planks per window. Yeah, you know what? I think we got enough for it. We don't have a lot of windows for this place anyways. Boom. That's gonna be 1 log per every entrance with some left over. And looking at the overall defense of this place, I might actually move my generator right now. Don't mind those zombie sounds. Those are zombies on the other side of the fence line. Matter of fact, what I might do right now is craft up a quick spear and take care of them right now. Yep, just gonna give you a few pretty stabs in the head, and that should shut them up. Awesome sauce. Please die. Any minute now. There we are. There's another one here somehow. Give you the good old stab as well. Boom. Like I was saying, I kind of want to put the generator in the back of our house, as it is farther away from the more populated zones, and it would kind of incentivize the zombies coming in through the front, which is where they will be coming from, and I can go ahead and defend it the best I can, including barricading the door there. I'm gonna do just that, and I'm also gonna grab those logs over here and put them on the inside so I can double barricade each of the spots. There we are. I like this spot a lot more, as it is a little bit more central to all the cool things I have, like the cool grill, our entrance. Hell yeah. We'll also drop off all of our fuel used for the generator right here. It's time to do a little bit of barricading, after I drop off the rest of the logs, of course. I don't have any more logs for that door and also the bathroom window, but those are already protected by an airlock with another door, so I'm not as worried about that. The only thing that's left to do is to saw up each individual log and place them down with our hammer and new box of nails. I hope 100 will cut it. It should cut it, but yeah, who am I talking about? It's barricading time. And with this final plank being placed, I won't need to worry about a zombie barreling through my house anymore. The one status that we did pick up on the way is depression. So my medical cocktail to fix that up goes as follows. Puffing a cigarette and helping myself to a nice wine bottle. How's my weight looking as well? We are actually losing at 74. So you know what? Now that we do have all of this stuff going on, how about we go cook up a nice soup? I mean, we have a stove here. Well, might as well use it, right? Gosh dang it, Trash is going to live like a civilized person soon. And that starts by eating like a normal person. So, let's go see what we can go cook up. Especially now that we have the fridge, so we can save refrigerated canned goods that we've opened before to use for ingredients. To start off with, let me move all of the non-perishable stuff over to the non-perishable cupboard, just so I know what I've opened and what I need to open. Once we're done with that, let's go pick out our food choices, which will be some peas, some carrots, some dried white chickpeas, and a little bit of butter and pepper. Let's go create the stew, thus making a beans, beer, and vegetable soup that gives minus 67 hunger, minus 61 thirst, minus 2 boredom, and minus 32 unhappiness. Let's cook this bad boy up, eating some right now, and then saving the rest for later. Let's turn it off before it burns. Oh, minus 87 hunger, man. I wish I knew how many calories were in this thing. I guess we'll see if we eat it and if we gain any calories. Let's see. Now we stopped gaining weight, which is good. So we'll save the rest for later. I'm also gonna help myself to a beer can so I won't be depressed in the morning. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, it feels nice not having to fight a few hundred zombies for every square meter you take of land. I'll see you in the morning. Alrighty. It's not exactly morning yet, as it is 4 a.m. I'm not really one to waste time, so while we are waiting for it to lighten up a little bit, we're going to be reading Carpentry, which is kind of my next segue into what I want to build up. We have that one VHS episode, so my whole plan right now is to get to level 2 Carpentry, then read the entirety of the next Carpentry volume, Volume 2, and then after that we're going to watch the VHS and hopefully get a bunch of XP from the XP boost multipliers. What I'm trying to say is that it's going to be a Carpentry themed day, and that starts with a little bit of knowledge. Not too much though, because we are extremely close to level 2. Yeah, about 100 pages should do fine. Now that it's 9 a.m., we can help ourselves to our fulfilling breakfast that we will be able to make more of later, which kicks off our workday. Before I do get started with the carpentry, another thing that I really want to do is remove all of these wall vines around our house. It's very unsightly, and I want this place to look clean. There we are. We can't get rid of the cracks, but the house looks a little less decrepit than it did before. Now begins the carpentry grind, which is just gonna be me disassembling every single piece of furniture in our neighboring homes. I know I said I wasn't gonna do that, but I'm never gonna visit these homes again anyways, so I might as well get the XP boost out of it, right? It makes the most amount of sense is what I'm trying to say. And plus, we might be able to find some stuff that I missed with the looting beforehand, including any digital watches that I come across on the way, which is something I might loot through right now. Surprisingly, I was pretty thorough with finding the digital watches the last few episodes, as there are only 3 that I missed in the big pile. Not only that though, but we might be able to see some maggots pop on those corpses pretty soon as well, which I can use for fishing bait. Don't eat the corpse maggots, by the way. As tempting as it is to eat maggots off a dead, rotten zombie corpse, it will infect you, but you can use it to catch fish. Anyways, we're at the house, and it's time to do a little bit of disassembly. Hey, there it is. That was extremely quick. Way more quick than I was expecting, which bumps us up to 2 levels in carpentry. I'm gonna stop my carpentry grind here, but that won't stop me from getting a few bits of electrical XP in there as well. We're getting so damn close to electrical level 1, so I want that as soon as possible. Though another thing that I do want to do before I do anything else as well is get a bunch of ripped sheets from these corpses here. Well, might as well turn, you know, all the rotten decay into a resource, right? And I'm gonna do it with this big pile of bodies here. We don't need to worry about getting jumped, as I can see straight down the chute. And all I'm gonna be doing is ripping up all of the clothing here. Actually, it might be easier to do this, which is grabbing our campfire, building a fire next to all of these bodies, and technically using all of these as fuel, but in reality, I'm just gonna pick them up and throw them right down. Haha, I learned that from Genuine Toad. Her videos are pretty cool as well. It's actually an extremely nice life hack, which makes collecting clothes a lot easier. I'm gonna drop all of the clothing off in a pile here though, and I'll do that a few more times so we basically have an infinite supply of ripped sheets. Now that is a pile of clothing to be proud of, and we have stripped most of the zombies in the pile, so they're just in their Speedos and cowboy hats now, which is very good timing as the storm is coming in. I think that's everything I really needed to do. We have so much clothing now, so I don't think I'll ever need to worry about clothing. Yeah, it's 158 pieces or articles of clothing that I can turn into sheets for whatever I want in the future. Up next, after the cigarette, of course, is going to be our VHS watching mind, which means I'm gonna need to get through an entire book of carpentry. Our generator is still looking good at 63% fuel, and we'll might as well cook up another pot of stew while we are doing it. It feels nice to actually cook food, instead of being the goblin like I usually am. It's nice, and it sure beats eating entire things of dog food. We're gonna be cooking up the same beef stew you remember, but this time, we're gonna breach into the corn and chili market. Chili beans and corn with whatever else I can shove within this cooking pot. Let's see what we got. And here we have it, a beer, vegetable, and bean soup. I used every single type of bean that we have, so this should be high in calories and extremely effective in beating up our depression. Minus 47 on happiness right now, and as soon as we pop it in the oven, that should increase as it's being cooked. Another thing that I kind of found out while exploring my house is that our garage is cut off a little bit weirdly, but more importantly, we have an extra gas can in here that I can use to transport gasoline with. That's about it though. Pretty cool though, pretty cool. Minus 87 hunger, hubba bubba. If this doesn't put meat on our bones, I don't know what will. We'll drink half today and we'll drink the other half tomorrow. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's the weight gain that I'm looking to see. Alrighty. For the rest of the day, which isn't too long at all, we are going to be reading our book, and also dismantle that video game. Hey, that's a new level of electrical as well. Oh, we're so productive today. My gosh. All I gotta do is get through an entire 260 pages on a book, which is gonna take multiple days. But you know what? I'm here for it. Ah, what a fantastic morning. Nothing like waking up, fueling up your generator, and knowing that your day is gonna be peaceful. We still got a bunch of gasoline left, and I can actually, let me turn this off, repair the generator with the scrap electronics as well. Oh, we're winning. We are absolutely winning today. So look at that, it's back at 184% fuel. I'll go fuel it up with the rest of these bottles here as well. And we'll drop those off and save it for later. Back at 100. Now it's time to absolutely guzzle up an entire pot of stew, smoke a cigarette very stylishly, and reading a carpentry book for the rest of the day. That's the entirety of Carpentry Volume 2 read, which means I can pop in our Woodcraft Episode 6, and we should see some massive XP improvements. Each episode of the Carpentry Show is a limited resource, so we need to make the best bang out of our buck for it, especially with how hard it can be to get resources. And with a ×5 multiplier, this single episode of Woodcraft should bump us up at least 1 or 2 jumps, hopefully. The only way to find out is to sit down and to see. Trash is so invested in this right now. This is everything that we've been leading up to. Almost an entire month of survival just to get our carpentry XP up at a significant rate. Boom, look at that. Just one tick and we've already bumped up an entire third of the level. That's the kind of XP that I like to see. Yep, that's level 3 carpentry. Very easily. Sadly, it's just one episode, but that is still extremely nice. Overall, today has gone extremely peacefully and well. I'm just kind of waiting for the corpses outside to, start to disappear and all of that stuff, which hopefully is soon. I'm gonna go check out the other house just in case if there's anything I missed, because I do remember there being the M14. But more importantly, I want to look to see if there's any cooking materials in here. Like, look at this. Cutting board, muffin tray, rolling pin. All of that, fantastic for setting up some recipes. That is what I'm looking for. That is the good stuff. Okay, is there anything else in here? Oh, could you imagine if I could make muffins? Oh, that'd be a game changer. Oh, okay, there's a couple of screwdrivers here. We also grabbed the M14. And the, the cooking supplies, which is the most important part. Other than that, I don't really see much. Yeah, that's it here. Ooh, other than the old pair of jeans that I actually left behind before, which I will take because it is mint condition. Not bad at all. If I got a new bulletproof vest, we would have a perfect set of clothing. Let's go lug all this back, get an extra little bit of soup in our system, and I think this will be a good spot to end the episode. I'm also thinking today, instead of preparing just one set of stew, I'm gonna prepare 2. That way I don't have to worry about preparing food like every day. Yeah, that's a pretty smart idea. First of all, let's go drop off our M14 and our cooking supplies. Looking at the recipes, we are extremely close to be able to bake a pie. If I find a baking pan, I might be able to make a... Oh, that's gonna be really awesome. Okay, that's a future type deal. I'll just drop off the supplies inside this junk drawer and we'll figure that out later. Okay, it's about time we go cook up some stews. There you have it. We have a beans, beer, and canned potato soup, giving us -66 hunger, -61 thirst, and -42 unhappiness. And on our second one, we have a vegetable and bean soup, including beans, chickpeas, some carrots, and pepper, which is -77 hunger, -48 thirst, -2 boredom. Matter of fact, there's so much soup, I'm gonna have to cook them one at a time. Oh, that's hilarious. But if it works, it works. There's the first soup taken care of. Drop that in here, put that in there, cook that up, and I'm gonna go eat half right now. Hopefully that should bump us up a bit. There it is. Oh, look at that weight gain. Awesome. The rest goes in the fridge. Which might I add, gives you -100 hunger. Man, I've been missing out with cooking, I must say. But I think that is going to be the end of our homesteading episode. We barricaded the place, we delved into cooking, we got our skills up, we watched a little bit of television, and now, next episode is gonna get pretty fun. If you guys didn't know, right down the highway here is a hardware store and a gun store with a gas station, which would be pretty awesome, and it is the closest real landmark that we have. So I kinda wanna pay it a visit. The only problem is that there's probably gonna be a few hundred zombies. But that's where the collection of bourbon comes in clutch. We're gonna raise that place and burn it down. So it's gonna be pretty high octane and pretty damn fun. Anyways, if you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more, as next episode is gonna get pretty bonkers. Hopefully. And I hopefully will not die. Anyways, peace the hell out, everyone.